Now, first of all, we are now in our icon view, and all of our files is now displayed in icon format, as well as they are displayed in the category in terms of what they are, or even kind of what they are. Now I can arrange my files in a specific order by simply going to the arrange button, and I can then select how these files must be displayed. So at the moment it's under kind. As we can see, documents is in its own kind, images is in its own kind, PDFs is in its own kind, movies, and so on. However, if I decide to rather go with name, then it will organize it in alphabetical order under the name. However, it will start with space first, number second, and then the alphabet. So now I can see it's now all in alphabetical order. But if I decide to only have it in terms of kind, I can basically switch it back to kind, or even switch it to application. Under application, it will specifically show which files falls under which application. Now in our case, the easiest part would be moving it into the kind. However, personal preference would be the decider in terms of which option you will choose. So now, first of all, if I want to access any file within my icon view, I can do it in a couple of ways. Now, before even double clicking to see what this file is all about, I can simply click to choose it, and I can use the slider on the status bar to zoom in specifically to what that file is. It works as a handy tool when I look at images to zoom in what that particular image is. I can also zoom in to other files as well to have a closer look in terms of what they all are, but not so good when it comes down to text, as font size becomes too small when in that view. So this time around, we can utilize another feature which gives us the ability to also have a closer look into the file, but without accessing it within a specific application. Now, first of all, if I want to access this file without even utilizing a specific word processing application, all I can do is just highlight the file by clicking on it and pressing the space bar on my keyboard, and it will open that file as in a quick preview, which they refer to as quick look. I can also view certain documents with using the quick look by once again pressing on that file or clicking on that file and simply pressing the space bar, and it will then view what that file is all about. Keep in mind, this can be used on various folder and folder options or file options as well. I can click on an image to see what that image is all about. I can even select PDFs to see what is contained in the PDF by pressing the spacebar after selecting it. Even certain movies I can access by pressing the spacebar on it and just simply close it down. So this can cut down a lot of time with accessing various versions of files to find the correct one. Now, if I want to access a certain file, I won't be able to edit that file, as this is only for a quick preview. However, if I decide to even edit the file further, it gives me the option to open it within a specific application where I can start editing that file. Next to my open option, I also have what they call a share button to either email it, send it as a message, or utilize AirDrop, which we will look at in a later stage. So now I can simply close that down by tapping on the spacebar again, and we can move on to look at how to check the details of a certain file, or what they refer to as metadata. Now the metadata is basically data of data. So if I want to see the properties or information of a certain file, I'll simply do a secondary click on that file, or a hold down the control and click option, or even two fingers click on the trackpad, which will then give me the property option, and I select the get info option, which will then give me the information or additional information of that specific file. In other words, giving me what kind of file it is, the size of the file, where that file is located, when it was created, when it was modified, and which application I can actually open it as a default. However, to get the same information, I can simply utilize the shortcut key, which is holding down Command and press I, and this will give me the same information. Keep in mind, this feature can also be done on an external hard drive to see how much space is available and how much was used, on folders to check out the details of certain folders, how many files it contains, when it was created, and so on. So that is icon view. Now, if we want to see more details of more files, I can simply select the second view option, which is the detailed view.